Alright, yeah, it's Saturday. Our mechanic's been out here. We were supposed to go out to dinner, but you know what? It's just too much work. I've got this brisket right here. I'm going to try to make some dinner of that. I'm going to try to cut the fat off, make some tallow. We got the fan clutch blade done on the truck, and he's doing paperwork and invoicing and stuff like that. So, 'tis the season. Happy birthday to Stacy, because we were going to go out, but we got way too much to do. And tomorrow is church, and then we got to run the truck around, make sure it doesn't overheat, because we got the new fan clutch. So, that's what's going on tonight.
Hey gang, it is Saturday evening. Still, as Janet said. And man, I'll tell you, this last week was tiring. We had a good week. We did well hanging paper and had a good paycheck from it, but it's been 15 years since I really hung wallpaper. But yeah, I started hanging wallpaper with my father when I was 12. I started working with him during the summers. And by the time I was 15, I was hanging wallpaper on my own. And I did it most of my life. But during the time that I had stopped hanging wallpaper and now, I had my left ACL repaired. I had 2 Achilles that both my Achilles were severed. Had surgeries to both of those. Janet's had hip replacements, so going up and down the ladder all day, every day for a week, not used to that. And every night I'd come home with a sore back and sore legs, and you know, Janet kept telling me, you need to spread the jobs out more so that you don't get so sore. And I'm of the opinion that no, I need to take the work when I can get it. And the more I work, my legs will get back in shape, my back will get back in shape. But there's a big difference between hanging wallpaper when you're 44 and now when I'm 59. And I didn't realize Father Time had caught up to me as quickly as he did. So anyhow, that's a little frustrating to me. But something did happen really good this last week. It was my birthday. And here's the funny part about it. Janet tells me, how does it feel to be 59? And I thought to myself, I'm 60. And so she said, no, you're 59. And so I, counted the days, counted the years, and sure enough, I'm 59. I went all last year thinking I was 59 years old. So that was the best birthday present I think I've ever gotten. I've got another year that I didn't know I had. So how dumb is that? How dumb is that? Somebody asked a man who's 58, how old are you? And he says 59. But for whatever reason, I thought I was 59. Now I am. So anyhow, right now it's kind of a dreary day. It's been overcast all day. It's raining now. It's cold.
We're talking about Joe coming over for the
Yeah, we got our truck fixed. Man, I'll tell you, it's good to have a friend that is a mechanic. And man, he's taken care of both of our cars. He's always done a good job. That's nice, and not having to wait. If we had gone to a mechanic right now, it would have probably taken him 3 or 4 days to get to the car or the truck, and we need that truck because we're working on Monday. So this last job, we had to load all of our wallpaper tools into our Cadillac. And I was afraid I was going to bust the back axle. I had ladders in there. I had a 6-foot straight edge. I had five-gallon buckets of paste. You name it, it was all in there. But we got it all in there somehow.
You gotta think, if you had 3 guys in back that were 300 pounds, we were way under that.
I've never had 3 guys in the back seat of one of my cars that's 300
I
pounds.
did in the Volkswagen. It just caught on fire, but it's fine.
Yeah. You hear that? She caught her Volkswagen on fire years ago because she had too much weight in the back seat. All the people that were sitting back there, and the back seat pushed down on top of the battery, and the old Volkswagen had like what was that inside the seats? Straw inside the seats. It caught her Volkswagen on fire. So anyhow, but it's kind of a dreary day, and I don't think that I'm going to get used to Texas winters for another couple years, because there's a huge difference between when it hits 28 degrees in Texas and when it hits 28 degrees in Las Vegas. When it hits 28 degrees in Las Vegas and there's really barely any humidity, it's not that bad. I mean, there was times that we would go walking out on Fremont Street in downtown Vegas, and I would wear a light jacket and I'd be fine. Here, it hits 28 degrees. I've got a light I've got a sweater or a sweatshirt with a light jacket over it, with a heavy jacket over it, and I still feel cold. It's kind of cold that gets into your bones. I mean, it's crazy how the difference.
Old age.
So, old age. I'm only 59 again. Wives. So anyhow, you know what Janet's doing right now? She was excited because the local grocery store, she's been waiting months for brisket to go on sale. So yeah, I'll show them.
I'm pulling off the fat so I can make my own tallow, my own Crisco. Okay?
Yeah. So she was all excited. She was all excited about brisket. So I'm thinking we're gonna go down. I didn't realize how big some of these briskets are. They limited them to 2 per customer. So we've got 35 pounds of brisket, 2 big briskets. And I asked her, are we gonna barbecue these? She said, no, I'm gonna cut them all into individual portions, or portions for me and you, put them in bags and put them in the deep freezer. So she's planning on doing some steak. She's planning on doing fajitas. Tonight we're having beef tips and rice. And she's butchering these things right now. And she's had to ask me already once, can you cut through the middle of this? Because I can't, it's too thick. So anyhow, but she's having a good time, and I'm having a good time. So life is good right now. So anyhow, and look, even our new puppy dog is having a good time. Gordo, Draco.
Gordo.
Yeah.
Draco.
We're fostering him, but I think that we're going to end up keeping him, because we were supposed to foster him for 6 weeks. It's been 6 weeks and they haven't called us back to get him back, and they were struggling. They were struggling and couldn't take care of him anymore. So I think we're probably going to end up keeping him. The reason I keep messing up his name is because a couple weeks ago I watched the movie Donnie Darko, and this dog's name is Draco. And so I call him Darko, Gordo. What'd I call him the other day, Jan? Yeah, I called him one of our old dog's names. So anyhow, but his name's Draco. I guess he's named after a dragon from some TV show, and since we're fostering him, I didn't want to change his name. He's not fixed, so we had to break him of marking everywhere. And I want to get him fixed, but until we know he's our dog, I can't do that. I can't go get somebody's dog fixed. They may have intended for him to stud. We don't know. So anyhow, but he's a good dog. Our female beagle is fixed, and so he walks around half the day with his nose up her you-know-what, and our female dog snaps at him because she's sick of it. She just wants nothing to do with that. So anyhow, but Saturday night, guys, hope everybody's having a good time. Okay guys, this is the room that we were going to hang today, but when we showed up, it was in horrible shape. So you can see all the areas that I got to mud. So tomorrow I'll sand this down and seal the walls, and then Wednesday we'll hang it. They actually textured the they floated the ceilings over the texture. So now they're gonna come back today to texture this area here and the ceiling up there. Fun, fun. Hey gang, it is Tuesday and we've got truck problems again. We were on a job. When we left the job, we had to stop to get some supplies for work at Home Depot. And because it's a chilly day, Janet asked me to leave the engine running so that she could stay warm. I told her to watch the temperature gauge, and sure enough, it started climbing. Got up to about 230 degrees, and she shut the engine off. So we had to baby the truck on the way home. It did need a fan clutch, so I'm not upset at our mechanic by any means, because that was the first thing he checked, and that's what it needed. That's the fan clutch right down there. Keeps the fan turning at the proper temperature, coming on or speed and coming on and shutting off, and it's working perfectly. But I think we have a leak in our coolant system. Now, I bought this truck to be a farm truck. I didn't expect to be working out of it. I thought this was just going to be a truck that we'd mostly drive around on our property to move dirt and stuff like that. So when we bought it, it had a lot of miles on it. Now it's got 196,000 on it, so it was a cheap truck, but it ran really good. And now it's not running real good. So then we pulled it in front of our shop. I didn't want it to leak on the floor in the shop. And because it's been raining here, our roadway out here is flooded. So when we came down the road over to here, bottom of the truck got wet. So now I can't tell if it's leaking or not because everything's dripping underneath it from water. So, and Joe, our mechanic, told me if the engine's off, it probably won't leak. But we do have some liquid under here. Let me see if that's
Here.
Okay, that's oil. That's oil that I just dripped because I just put oil in it. But I can't see anywhere where it's yellow or green.
It's on purple.
So anyhow, we got that to deal with, and we're in the middle of a job, and I've gotten 4 calls in the last 24 hours for wallpaper work, and I'm not taking any more wallpaper work until after the first of the year. So everybody's gonna have to wait or find somebody else. But that's the wonderful day that we're having today. Hope you guys are having a better day than that.
Yeah. And it's gonna get freezing tonight.
Yeah.
And we're going like, okay, do we have to move everything back to Cadillac for tomorrow? No. Mechanic, our buddy said, nah, just, just keep coolant in it. So I'm gonna go run and get some coolant and milk from Family Dollar. But
coolant and milk.
Yeah,
that's good items combo. Totally opposite of the spectrum, isn't it?
That's only if I'm planning on poisoning him. Will it be effective for me?
Is that why your food's been tasting off lately? All right, guys. You guys have a good day. Bye.
All right. Frozen. Totally frozen. Everything. It said it was like 34, but the ground is actually 28. Sun's starting to come out. We're supposed to go to work. Everything's frozen. So, wish us luck. We're trying. It is now about 8:30 a.m. Wherever the sun's hitting, starting to defrost. Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm freezing. I took the dogs out. Draco did not want to go out. Oh my goodness. But this is ice. The steps were ice. Everything's ice. Oh. Hey guys, it's Wednesday. We're working in this house in Tyler. It was freezing temps this morning. Went out and had a great time last night. Greg and I watching Charlie Brown's Christmas special and an old-timey movie for 50 cents at the Lake Country Playhouse or Select Theater. Had some great barbecue. He had a couple beers, and we're on the job. And we're in the Cadillac. Yeah, I just threw everything. Well, Greg threw everything in here. Our truck is having problems, and our Cadillac can't make it up this hill without scraping. Obviously, everybody's scraping unless you have a pickup. No cars. Well, not this car. Anyway, concrete guys are here. Just spoke to the insurance people about getting insurance for healthcare. Gone up. Income's going up because he's working. I'm doing Social Security. And so we're paying a little more this year. Bummer. But it is what it is. He's gotten 4 or 5 calls a day for wallpaper. It's crazy. Trying to schedule a guy's schedule book, and they want everything done by Christmas. Sorry. It's gonna be after the 1st. We're already booked. Done, y'all. Nightmare paper. Just cleaning up. This took forever. It's like a foil. You wet it and it curls.
It turns into tissue paper.
Right.
And no matter how much paste you put on it, it doubles when you get it to the wall.
Right. We try to do thicker, thinner, and it's like, I tell you what, this is like, what do you call it? Gold leaf.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Y'all ever dealt with gold leaf? Sucks. He's been cussing all day long.
Work all day and get a 4 foot by 4 foot section done?
Yeah. But it looks cool. Looks good. He did awesome. Yeah. Now I'm down on his hands and he's praying to Jesus. Can you tell? Alright, y'all. Awful day. Awful day. Wednesday. Awful day. Praise the Lord. We're done. Howdy. It's Thursday. It's been cold. We got down real cold last night, huh?
Yep.
31. And then wind chill, it's at 28. And our propane ran out in the middle of the night. Woke up freezing. We had one little electric heater going, but that wasn't cutting it. So, anyways.
Our car broke down.
Yeah, the truck's leaking fluid. I'm going, Greg unloaded all the stuff. This car during the winter does not like the winter weather. It sounds like the whole front end is falling apart when you hit a bump.
We had the front end of our car, the front end on our car, worked on about a year and a half ago. Redid almost everything. The front, lower control arms, bushings, the ball joints, everything. Struts. And ever since then, whenever it gets cold, when it's like 39 degrees or lower, every time we hit a bump, it sounds like steel on steel. Something's hitting it. Taking it in 3 different times to the shop that worked on it.
Yep.
And they've gone all through and they say everything's perfect. Nothing's wrong with it. We can't find anything. Well, last night when we got home, it was making that sound again anytime we'd hit a bump. It sounded like steel on steel. And then when we got closer to our house, it started sounding like metal just scraping. So I looked it up this morning, and there's another guy that had a similar issue in the same exact year, and he tracked it down to the little clips on his caliper that they weren't holding the brake pad on tight enough. So he went in and just bent them a little bit, put them back in, solved the problem. So we're going to talk to our mechanic tonight and see if he can't look at that and see if that's what it might be.
He's going to be coming over Saturday anyway to see if he can find the leak for our coolant in the truck, because we're having to fill it up every time we drive somewhere. We make sure we don't park in anybody's driveways and stuff like that, but
we see where it's leaking from underneath, but we can't tell where it's coming from to that point.
Yeah.
It's got to be traveling down a line or something, but
yeah,
we can't get up under there to see, so hopefully he'll be able to find it.
Yeah, he would know better than us. I mean, I know a little bit, but I've crawled under there. I couldn't see where it's coming from, but I didn't want it spraying on me, so we shut the engine off. I could see where it's dripping, but that's not the leak. But anyway, we just did another estimate for wallpaper. One of the designer's mom wants us to hang a couple walls.
Yeah.
So we gave her a little bit of discount, because they've been keeping us so busy.
A lot of discount.
Yeah, big discount. But they're all really nice ladies. And have you ever seen a guy in there? No, it's all women, huh? Girl power. That's how one of the girls, the bowlers, Trisha. Yeah, girl power. But yeah, we're done early enough. Greg has time to go practice. No, we'll get there in 20 minutes.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be able to finish by 4.
Oh, I thought you could get at least a couple.
If I get there at 3:45, it'd be tough to finish one game.
Oh. You better stretch good. You get there early, you can stretch. He's missed the last couple weeks, so I know he's going to be sore tomorrow. But maybe he did need a timeout. I don't know. We'll see how it goes tonight. I know with the change of weather and the bowling balls being in the garage all night,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, it'll be like giant balls of ice.
Take him inside and defrost. Alrighty, guys. We'll see how it goes tonight. We got splits all over the place. Greg's got a major split.
Alright guys, we won 3 out of 4. I had a 185, a 188, and a 192 for a 565, so mediocre. I came close to my average. Right now I think I've got a 191 average. But we won 3 out of 4, so we moved up. happy.